Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. My name is Lonzo. It is a beautiful Saturday outside, because that's when you're outside. It's a beautiful Saturday outside.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. I actually pointed outside, and I'll tell you how you can see me point here in a moment. Pointing my fingers. If this is your first time listening to the program, welcome in. Hey, tell a friend, tell 4 friends about this show and about this radio station, especially if you're just discovering us. Like if you're in North Carolina or Georgia and you're, as they say in these parts, tooling around, and then while you're tooling around, you just happen to hit that search button and came on this thing and said, "Hey, what the heck is that?" We'll tell people about it because we'd appreciate it. This show, by the way, is different than the other shows that are on the station. Well, not entirely different. Those shows, which are all award-winning, talk about politics. We don't do that, but they all have some goofiness to them. They all have some silliness to them, and we just do all that here. So we want to take you all. Thanks, James. James is saying hello to us from Anderson. We want to thank you all for taking us wherever you're going, or if you're on your way back from where you went, or if you're going from there to another person, hither, thither, and yon. Rob Brown stole my thing, but he didn't use thither, so it's not an exact stealing of something. If you don't know who Rob Brown is, you should check out our sister station, 97.1 Fan.
Well, maybe
6 to 10 a.m. I'm plugging here. 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Like plugging in what?
Yeah, it's I'm plugging myself is what I'm doing. So, and
But
which
you're
I'm
not a
also
piece
on
of
that show.
technology. You're a human.
As far as you know,
You could be AI.
I could be.
Whoa,
I could
that's
maybe
crazy.
my railing against AI is actually a front. Perhaps I'm actually one of them daggum synths.
Off the scent all the time.
Yeah,
Bro, the conspiracy is so real right now.
that's exactly what a synth and an AI would do. All right, so you've heard some other voices. Let me introduce them to you because this is the first time you've heard them in a while, or maybe the first time period, because we've had some things that have happened and we haven't been together until tonight. So first of all, Odie is back from whence he was. Oh boy, here we go.
There comes a time in every man's life where he needs to go to Alabama. And sometimes he needs to come back.
It's pronounced Alabama, you
No.
idiot.
Not where I come from.
That's
It's
right, varmint.
Alabama. Anyway, I'm back from outer space.
time.
I just walked in with that sad look upon my face.
I don't think they've ever heard of that song in Alabama.
Alabama.
But also, Cameron, who hasn't went anywhere, he's been here, but we weren't here for a while. Cameron is here.
I never really go. No, that's
Why?
not my music.
Why?
Cut that.
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything
This,
to that
this
music.
is definitely your theme, yeah.
No, it's not.
it's a little loud.
This feels on brand, yeah.
I'm not poppy country.
Yes, you are.
I refuse. Matthew, let's
Hang on,
introduce
hang on.
Matthew.
Hey, you
No,
don't introduce
hold on.
Matthew.
Don't-
I introduce Matthew.
I don't care at
Well,
this point.
What you need to do is you not need to introduce anybody for at least another maybe half a second.
All right, I will say to LexCorp, if he's listening, hey man, the chaos is not my fault. Okay, yeah, I know I should be in control of the chaos, and I try to be, but it's chaos. So,
If you're
I mean-
going to introduce Matthew, you could do it now.
all right. Also with us, the dulcet tones, the voice of news on WORD, the lone voice, the only voice, the most magnificent. All right, he's part of the news crew. That would be Matthew.
Well now, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
How does that fit the music? How does it fit the music? It doesn't fit the music.
It
None of the
absolutely-
music is fit the entire time.
It absolutely fits the music. I mean, there's too much Irish music anyway. That should all be your thing, not
Yeah.
anybody else's thing.
Yeah, it should be yours.
Yeah, yours.
Oh, mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you.
You're the Irish guy.
Yeah, last I checked, you're the only one that's not from this country. Stop it.
You know, he goes to Alabama for like a week and he comes
I
back
know.
more wrong than he already was.
There is something definitely ain't right with that boy.
Alabama.
All right. If you want to be a part of the show, text line is 71307. We may have to open that door back up because it's a little toasty in here.
I'll
Also,
take off all my clothes.
we are live.
It's-
Yeah,
it's-
you go ahead.
it's-
Shirts and skins.
It's
You
a
go
little-
for it.
It's a little bit moist in here.
Yes, and when the moist hits places, anyway. So we are live on Facebook as we always are, and also on Twitch and also on YouTube. First ones in the building to do it, and never give them credit for it. You guys, you're welcome. That's all. You're welcome.
It's what we do.
All right, and they're probably listening because they do because they they do enjoy the program, and we enjoyed them enjoying the program. Shout out to LexCorp. You are awesome, dude. I just want to say that we all think that you're a great guy.
We love Lex Corp.
Viper Dave says, too humid but beautiful outside and inside, I gotta say. James says, hello, Lonzo from Anderson. Hello, James in Anderson. Keith said, sup, fellas. No, he said fellers. I'm sorry. Sup, fellers?
He said fellers. Say it right.
Fellers. I'm sorry.
Feller.
And Dave wants to know, does Tim still exist, or is the Timspiracy continue on? No, Tim exists. He's doing the morning show with Tara. You can hear him on occasion on that show. And he's getting ready to have to do other things in the building, like football, because we're a little short on people. So there's that. Mark says, hey guys, shout out to Kid Flaccid. I was in KY last week, Kentucky. All right.
Really?
No, just calm down, Odie. He was in Kentucky last week at a writers convention called Imaginarium. Sounds pretty cool. Great to be hearing y'all after 2 weeks. I've been to a songwriters convention before, but I've never been to a writers convention. It does sound like fun. I guess it depends, unless it's nonfiction. It's a bunch of nonfiction writers. It's probably not a smile in the entire room.
A whole bunch of old guys talking about World War II.
Yes. Well, come on.
It's always World War II with nonfiction
it could
writers.
be World War One, too.
No one ever does World War I. It's always World War II.
Dave wants to know, has Matthew always been a ginger?
My hair does look really red for some reason. I think it's just the light, because I have brown hair. I used to have very slightly tinted red hair as a kid. But no, it's very much brown.
I also want to say that I am not nearly as tanned as I look like I am on the screen, but I'm okay with that.
I don't know. You're pretty. You look like you've been out enjoying yourself in the sunny sun, and you've got a nice kind of complexion.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna complain.
Someone messed with the coloration on the cameras.
They did. It happens. All
I'm
right,
not nearly
I'm
that
so pale that you could put me in a pitch black room, and whatever little bit of light there would be reflecting off of me.
Yeah, but that's like
when you walk in, you just go,
dude. That's real life. That's real life. Is what that is. Without a doubt.
I'd go so far to say that Matthew is nearly transparent.
Nearly and everything.
Yeah.
He's Seamus's little brother.
So, by the way, if you want to see all of us, you can on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Seamus is a wrestler. It's okay.
I would also qualify for that too.
Yes,
I make the joke, but I'm just as pale.
All right, on today's show, I went to my first rock concert, and it was epic in all the wrong ways. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. Also, Cameron and I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine. We're going to review it without spoilers. If you've been able to stay off of the internet in any way and not get spoiled, as Matthew has done. So
I've been on the internet and just haven't been spoiled.
Yeah, so don't spoil Matthew, okay? And it's not funny if you do it. All right. Also, we're going to talk some video games. We got Oops. We got Ask Odie. We've got Nerd Roundtable. We've got a lot of things, but the first thing we're going to do, and it's going to be weird. This is going to be the weirdest thing we've ever done. We're going to take our break on time. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Cameron and I, our experience. And that's what I'm going to call it, an experience. All I can say is Pastor was right. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. Didn't reach for it. Did not reach from a microphone. Let go. Do it. Do it.
If we ever do a duo thing with
Dave's going to 1300 tomorrow.
We should be the Boo Brothers. No. It's not a reference to anybody. Wisest Ghosts.
Oh, the Boo Brothers.
We could be the Boo Brothers.
Here I was thinking you were going to be different incarnations of Majin Buu. But, I mean.
Well, I think I got good Boo covered. So, would you like to be Kid Boo or the Gray Boo?
What? He could also, he could be Super Boo.
He's not tall enough for Super Boo.
He could rock Super Boo.
I'm not 10 feet tall. I can't be Super Boo.
No. Dad, I think you got Super Boo.
No. I'm the guy that Good Boo swallowed. The guy that Good Boo swallowed.
Which one?
Or maybe I'll just be Kibito. I could be Kibito.
Just be Kibito.
I could be Kibito.
You don't want to be Kibito.
Be very dour. I'm Kibito.
He shows up and immediately gets murdered by Deborah. It's like, well, that was graphic.
Or maybe I could be Kibito Kai.
Ah, there you go.
So you have a little bit of a smile about me.
Oh, yeah, another place.
We'll talk about that, Scott, when we get to video games. But I'm going to go ahead and answer. Yeah, I'll just do it. I'm going to say I'll just do it. I'm not. I mean, unless the price is doubled,
I'll have to see what the price increase is. So
I'll just do what I always do and tell my wife who's watching and I love her that it's show prep.
Tell my wife I love her very much.
Are you gonna sing a depressing song? Someone send us. Do we have any text? Because it's not showing up for me.
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure that my text line is working.
Someone send us a text just to make sure.
Yeah, if you're send us 71307. You don't even have to. Yeah. I need to
text Flaccid.
Text a naughty word.
No, do not do that.
No,
it's not necessary.
Moist. Like most things, don't listen to Odie.
Okay, I'm okay with moist.
Moist.
Because moist bothers some people and doesn't bother others.
Moist.
Thanks, Dave.
You know,
Thanks, Dave.
You see,
Moist.
no. How about no?
The instructions were not very thorough.
They weren't. To the text line 71307. Text a naughty, flaccid word.
No.
I said naughty.
And it's 71307.
Tree.
And make sure you just high will suffice.
No, I want a bold word.
A bold word? All right, so send it and put bold type in. Can you even do that on the text line? I don't think you can do that.
Maybe.
You can all caps it.
See if you can throw italics in there.
Just text it.
We could, but
see what kind of
that's
different
not why you do that.
Different formats you can put it in.
I mean, thank you for texting.
723.
You did want something naughty, and you got naughty.
Naughty.
It says naughty.
Naughty.
It says naughty.
I was.
Who is it? Was that Dave?
Yes,
We're trying to identify people with their phone number so you can stalk them. This
This
is weird, man. Don't do that.
I'm gonna call them.
That's kind of you. That's how stalking starts, I suppose.
It is Dave. We had Dave on before doing that.
Okay. Oh, there we go. That's even worse. Wow.
Hi, Dave.
Wow.
Hi. Dave, do you like the side profile? Yeah.
All right.
Side profile.
You're getting very strange.
I'm getting.
You might as well be speaking in French.
Oh, sacre bleu. Cheese.
Jeez. My favorite French word.
I thought that was a universal language known as cheese.
Yeah, well,
cheese is pretty universal. I mean, I think there's some people who don't like cheese.
Most cultures like cheese. They have different kinds.
All right.
You can hear duh. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. The gang's all here. Lonzo and Odie and Cameron and Matthew. Those of you, again, asking about Tim, he still exists. He's still on the show, but so is Chris and so is Rob Brown. And so are sometimes you go from being a regular to being a special guest.
You can check out any time you like, but you can. Anyway,
I will tell you that if you don't see him between now and then, you will see Tim on the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special, which is a lot closer than you think because this year is flying by. We're already going to be August next month, or next week, rather. It would be August next month. So I was right both ways, but
I just want to reiterate, he did a fantastic job last year as Tiny Tim.
He did.
I did not know he could do that. He almost broke me.
Yeah, that was great. He did break me. That was great. And you need to tune in to the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special this year, which will be like the weekend before Christmas, because we get part 3 of Pappy and Snake. And I've
already started writing it.
All right. I
started writing it last weekend.
Cool.
While I was out of town.
Is this the conclusion, though? Is this it?
This is the conclusion.
Okay, it's a trilogy. I didn't know if it was a saga. So it's a trilogy, not a saga. Okay. Correct. All right. We are live in studio on the air. Some of us are bumping into microphones.
Not that they're bumping into it. They're trying to work out how they come apart.
I think that's noobable. You guys agree? If you hit your microphone like that?
Oh, that wasn't me hitting my microphone. That was me moving it.
Okay, all right.
So that it's more comfortable.
He pulled
the
back
and then the
passage
thing
off of it.
Oh, that thing was about to fall. Okay, so you saved the show. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, that's not a newbie.
All right, so text line is 71307. I want to thank whoever texted Naughty a couple times to the text line to let us know if it was still working. We're also on Facebook. We're on YouTube, and we are on Twitch. Scott on
Scotty Dote.
on the Facebook says, "Evening, guys. Lost due to news events that past couple weeks. Microsoft announced that there would be an across-the-board price increase for all tiers of Xbox Game Pass. In addition, only the highest tier would now have early access to new games. Do you believe enough customers will just go along with it, thereby encouraging Microsoft to continue to take its customers for granted, or will there be enough blowback to make them rethink their policy? I will just pay it because I'm just there are some things that I will just do because I have to for this show. I have to. I mean, so unless they take it completely out of the price range, so that I can talk about new games, which we do on occasion, I have to put it into my expenditures, and then I take it off my taxes at the end of the year. No, I don't. Okay, I probably will pay for it.
It's on your expense report. To
Yeah.
the station.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, could you?
Yeah. LexCorp loves those. I usually give it to him in triplicate. So I mean, and
just to make sure that he definitely has it.
well, no, and color code it too. I put some extra colors in. I make sure it's red, white, and blue because America.
Yeah, but if you have to send it in triplicate, he must be Irish because you have to send it to him to be sure.
Well, considering there's only 3 sides to a peninsula, yeah,
You're right. Good job. That's he's right. He's right. All right, let's talk about something.
That's the stink eye,
Yes.
That's the hairy eyeball.
I was wondering what that smell was. You should shave that.
Yeah, you should. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, are you a witch?
No. You don't,
Okay.
You don't have to
No, he's fey.
Okay.
You don't have to be a witch to give the hairy eyeball, and I'm giving the hairy eyeball.
Okay, all right. I don't know what
I will take the hairy eyeball and place it in my pocket.
That's
all
the
right.
stink eye. Yeah.
So I am 55 years old and had never been to a rock concert. And I was talking with our guy down the hall on the dark side, Stone Man from Classic Rock 101. Check it out whenever you want some classic rock, which now 80s is classic rock. It's a whole different story. But and he's like, no, that can't be. And it's like, yeah, it can be because rock concerts have, to me, a thing that I expect. I expect fights. I expect drug use. I expect a lot of cursing. I expect no bathing. I expect a lot of things. And I will say it met every expectation. So here's the thing.
Hold on now.
What?
As a person that has gone to many.
Did you bathe?
I did actually.
Okay. Before?
During.
Okay. Yeah, that's possible. Which is exactly what we did because it rained for an hour and there was a lightning delay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're standing there. First of all, Cameron and I went dressed as Smurfs. Cameron didn't want to do it, but I did it anyway. We went to Dollar Store and got $5 ponchos, and they were really blue.
Smurf ponchos.
Yeah, it's like the color of your shirt right now,
Okay.
which you could see the color of Odie's shirt if you go to Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch at the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WRD. Check it out. So anyway, we went as Smurfs, and we stood out there for an hour because there's lightning, and when there's lightning, it's an outdoor venue, so of course there's going to be a delay. And so we were trying to decide what to do, and the line was building, and didn't want to be that guy because I was recognized by a ton of people. Hey Lonzo, which I really appreciate it. That even dressed up as a Smurf, people knew it was me, and I definitely appreciate that, and love everybody that said
Smurf
hey.
Nito.
Exactly, and so we're trying to decide: do we stay where we are, which we should have done, or because I feel like I've been recognized, I can't get up there and ditch people because I can't go, do you know who I am types. And I know some people who do that sort of thing, Rob Brown, and I am not going to do that. So anyway, so we decided, we'll just go to the back of the line. Here's the problem.
Recognize.
Here's the problem. The back of the line ended up being, it took us 3 hours to get into the venue.
Oh, man.
So we were waiting 3 hours to get in, during which the first incident happened was Bald Guy decides to jump in the line. When Bald Guy jumps in the line ahead of people, able-bodied younger man in front of us decides to speak out against Bald Guy. Bald Guy turns around very defiantly and says, I'm merging lines.
I mean, emerging has to happen.
Yeah, well, his line, he was the line that he was merging.
He was the singular line.
Yes.
So it was like a dot going into the line.
Yes.
Yeah, but if that had been me, for his originality, I would have said, skate on, my friend.
By the way, thought it was funny.
Yeah.
The guy in front of us did not think it was funny. And he was whispering to his wife, and his wife kept trying to calm him down. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I also have my phone because we are designated reporters here at WORD, and if a fracas, a fight would have broken out, I would have went live on WORD Facebook page, would have put my hair back, and would have been Lonzo the reporter. I definitely would have done that. Yes, I could do that. I mean, I would use big words and everything. So, or more so, I would have did play-by-play, and I would have said the entire time, I don't know why no one's breaking this up, but that was a wonderful right cross. It's like it caught him in the
Followed
nose
by a haymaker.
and I can say for those of you who are listening and not watching, snot did fly. But anyway, so that's the first incident. Then
you want to hear?
Then we find out that someone else, Rob Brown, was already came over late and got in before us.
Rob Brown?
Yes. No. I would never say that. So anyway, so we're waiting in line. We finally get up there. And then while we're there, I'll show you a picture later on of where we were standing and the thousands of people in front of us. We missed Switchfoot, which I'm pretty upset about.
Yeah, same.
I wanted to watch Switchfoot. We heard them outside. Switchfoot actually did a version of Sabotage from Beastie Boys, which is really good. You don't want to look at the screen, Howdy. You do not want to look at the screen.
The last thing you would ever expect.
It's a dude, man. Anyways,
man, really?
I told you not to look at the screen.
You were all into it, too, man.
Yeah. It's there they are.
I thought it was Rihanna.
Yeah. No, it was not. It
was in fact not.
It was not Rihanna. Rihanna. It was Ryan. That's who it was.
Ryan.
Anyway, so we get up there and we're waiting to try to get in. Cameron immediately loses service. Okay. And his tickets are on Ticketmaster on his phone.
Oh, no.
And he is panicking.
Yeah.
Because we're getting closer and closer to the thing. And we've waited all this time. We're not going to get to go in.
I was in between angry and panicking. It was an angry panic.
I'm still curious to find out who.
No, Dave. By the way, this was not a Christian rock concert. This was Switchfoot was there, but it was not a Christian rock concert. And Switchfoot, even though they started out as a Christian band, they are a band. They're a rock band that are Christians, not necessarily a Christian rock band.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's like by the time we get in here, they'll be done, which happened. By the time we got in, they were done. So Cameron's trying to get service the whole time. The people behind me are talking about milliliters. He's like, yeah, man, I took this many milliliters. He's like, you shouldn't be able to do that and still be alive. He's like, it's okay. I used European measurements. And I'm just like, okay, so there are druggies behind me talking about this stuff. And they were talking about fentanyl. They were talking about all this other stuff and how they were I was wasted at church last week. And saying all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, why am I hearing all this stuff? I don't want this stuff. Let me finish. Okay. So we get in and we have to wade through thousands of people to get to, only thousands, millions wouldn't fit in there, in the venue. So thousands of people to get down to our seat. We get down and get to our seats. And there's a guy sitting next to Cameron who he dubbed him as
Chunky Willie Nelson.
Chunky Willie Nelson. So Chunky Willie Nelson.
You don't have braids.
Recognized me. He didn't either. So when the concert starts, he decides to fire one up. So
sadly, the wind was not blowing in a different direction.
So there was some marijuana.
Mary Jane.
Yes, no, it was marijuana.
Mary Jane came out.
No, it was going on right next to Cameron.
A bit of skunk.
And while
a little bit of weed.
Before that, there was I don't know all the street lingo anymore. I used to because there were drug dealers that lived across the street and a couple doors down when growing up. So anyway, didn't take them, but their kids went to school with me. Anyway, so. Behind us, there starts to be a fight behind us because guys sitting in handicap chairs, this guy accused them. You correct me if I'm wrong. The guy accused them of being in his seats.
Yeah, you got it right.
And then the guy and he's like, I'm going to call security. So the guy in the handicap chair goes, security! And he just yells security till security comes over there. Okay. And then there's a war of words.
Yelling for security.
There's a war of words going on behind us. Yeah. I'm about to turn the TV off because I do not want to see this anymore. So this is going on behind us.
That's a dude.
Yeah, that's a dude. Anyway, so we think there's going to be a fight behind us. And I've watched a lot of sporting events lately where fights happen. They don't stay in a row. No. They end up spilling over into the row that you're in. And then it's fight or flight. And I'm not in a good mood. So, I mean, if it comes over in there,
it was not going to end well for anyone who approached
I'm throwing some bows or something, probably. Even though people recognize me, maybe they would expect me to do that. So,
come here, let me ask you, though.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Local radio host smites the audience.
I'm not done yet.
I'll tell you what, can we go to commercial? And
no, we'll go to commercial when I want to. Like when you don't ask for it. So anyway, I would like to finish my story so we can move on.
Okay.
We don't have a clock. Okay.
Well, it's right there.
I
It's
am
looking
the
at me.
clock. Every time you interrupt me and do that, you kill the flow of the show. You just killed the flow of the
Killed
show.
it.
You
Dead
did.
now.
So anyway, to get back to where I was, when I was in the height of emotion till someone killed the show.
Get in flow.
Yes. So we're thinking all this stuff is going to happen. Then finally the show starts. And it was really good. Scott Stapp started to say something political and he stopped himself because it would have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
Which I heard he said the same thing in Charlotte and a bunch of people walked out on him because when he was in Charlotte and he said it, the rally was going on down the road and he mentioned that and it made some people angry. I mean, I get you have politics, know your room. In this case, he did in our room and didn't say anything. But the concert overall was really good. He was sweating profusely because it was really hot out there.
I thought Stapp was going to turn to liquid at some point.
Yeah, it was so as far as concerts goes, I can only put it up against Christian concerts that I've been to. And the concert was good. We only got to see one band, but I will never do it again.
Well, come here till I ask you. Who was the headliner?
Creed.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You never said Creed.
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've been talking about Creed I did mention another band, but Creed was the headliner.
Oh, okay.
Creed was it's even written on your sheet. If you read your sheet,
You know
it's
I
written.
can't read.
Yeah,
man.
you were reading it earlier. So anyway, I did not have a
Oh,
good
yeah, this is
experience.
Creed's Lonzo's concert.
Yes, that's me. The text line says, "What a fussy little lass." Yes, that's me. Look at the hair. That's me. Yeah. Anyway, so everything that I was told would happen at a rock concert did, and I'm not really interested in any of it. And you know what? If I was 20 there, it still would have bothered me.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
All right, what you had
No.
something to say?
No, it's
All
fine.
right, because you've been to a ton of
My
concerts.
stuff isn't important.
You've been to a ton of concerts. I know Matthew hasn't because he doesn't like music. And this was, I think, Cameron's first rock concert also.
Technically, unless you count Bit Brigade.
Nah, I don't think
That's
so.
a different thing.
That's
That's
a video
nerd.
game thing.
That's
yeah.
nerd.
All right, you listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. No, Dave, I'm not going to a Godsmack concert.
That would be worse.
Yes, that would definitely be worse.
Also, I'd like to say I was so mad that I didn't even hear the conversation behind me. When you were bringing it up the other day on the Rob Brown show, that was the first I heard of it.
Where did they play?
CNC. See the amphitheater
Yeah, Heritage Park.
in Heritage Park. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I failed to mention that they parked me in the grass after it rained really hard, and I knew my car was going to get stuck, and it did. Luckily, I'm skilled at driving and got it out.
That's why I bring my truck everywhere.
But there was enough space between. Usually there isn't, but there was a good 6 feet between my car and the two cars on either side.
Okay.
And so that worked out good. But it was not a good experience. I would say, was the band good enough to negate the experience? Almost. No, the band was excellent, but the experience, if I would have got to see Switchfoot also, it might have negated the
If
experience.
we had gotten to our seats,
Yeah.
and not had all that mess happen, I don't think it would have been nearly as bad. Because I think the other thing is everyone else's mood was bad too, because of that.
Dave, I will take your word for it as far as Godsmack goes.
Yeah, Godsmack are good.
I was going to ask you if you've been to Godsmack. I figured
Years and years ago, I went to a Godsmack concert.
over there.
Where did I see? I think it was actually Finland where I saw Godsmack.
Okay, hold that because
Yeah.
we'll do.
That's Patrick Starr's favorite
Hey,
country.
you know what? Come back with Ask Odie since you're here and we haven't done it in a while because I have some concert related questions and things. And since I know you've been to more concerts than Cameron and I combined, like 10-fold over probably. Oh yeah, and Matthew.
Because you're here.
I'm here.
But Matthew and I have logged more video game hours than you. So I mean, there's that.
You have.
I've logged-
I turned on Fallout on Monday night for about 30 seconds, and I was just like, eh.
Since the show is over and now you're no longer interested in it.
No, lots of stuff has been going on, so my brain needed to.
Video
Oh!
games, my escape. Shooting stuff is yours.
Yeah, pretty much. But what I did find out, and this is a stream exclusive, I found out that I have 2 half brothers.
Cool.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a half brother and a half sister that I've never met, but you know what? They haven't looked for me, and I'm not going to look for them because I'm the big brother. And if they don't know I exist, I don't want to ruin it for them.
I'm the big brother as well, and they're actually
there was no mosh pit that we're aware of. Thank you, Dexter.
mosh pits are fun. They're actually they're really stoked to actually meet me. So I'm kind of like, oh,
Nice.
they're back in Ireland. Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, but what he's talking about is not. Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit.
Oh my God.
Do you wanna? I gotta. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay. No.
Yep.
You come back with it, right?
Straight into it.
Okay.
No kissing.
Wow. What about the love, man?
There is love. Always love.
That looks interesting.
Huh?
That grill.
I need to get one of them.
Yeah, that looks really interesting.
I really want to get.
I
one
keep seeing those. I'm like, man, because nothing's gonna fall through
Yeah,
and
no.
all that. It's
Those are really good.
$420.
really.
Yeah.
That's not.
No.
I mean, that's about the same price as a regular grill or cheaper,
Yeah.
depending on what kind you.
I need to get one.
Get a stovetop griddle.
Yeah, I know,
That's all
but
that is.
it is.
No, but it's
It
not,
is,
It's
but-
not the same.
But you lose the adventure of being outside.
Wait,
and cooking.
what?
That's your answer for everything.
I don't know where you got that idea.
Whatever,
What
man.
the?
Whoa, that's some tricky wording on that question.
What's going on?
Okay, didn't see that one coming.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
All right, it is that time. We haven't done this in a long time because of circumstances in other rooms and people missing and everything. This is a good time to ask Odie some questions. So
Go for
if
it.
you would like to ask Odie a question, which I have a couple, text line is 71307. I will tell you, Odie is, I know you probably don't know this, he's from Ireland.
Really?
He really is from Ireland.
Oh,
Or
wow.
at least he has us convinced he's from Ireland. All right. On a percentage scale from 1 to 100%.
Yeah.
Cameron, what is the percentage that you believe that Odie's actually from Ireland?
70%.
Okay, Matthew.
12.739%.
That's pretty
That's pretty-
precise.
that's pretty
yeah.
precise.
Sorry, I had to do some quick math. in my
Yeah.
head.
I mean, you know, sometimes because some
What
days
were the
it might
limiting
vary.
factors?
It might vary.
Yeah, sometimes it varies by about
yeah,
80%,
yeah.
90%.
Well, that's just your
So-
opinion, too. What?
Yeah, because every once in a while your real accent comes out. I would say that I'm probably at 93.2%.
Okay.
But there are times, especially when he goes in the stoner voice, that I really believe he's actually a stoner. I mean, and that's that he's not from Ireland. So if you have any questions, you can also hit us up on Facebook, on
Just don't hit me.
Twitch, or on X. Yeah, you can hit me. I probably deserve it. And ask Odie questions. All right, my first question for Odie is,
Go ahead.
dude, what's up with France?
Utter French. We look
Enough said.
We
Yeah.
look at when
That's
we're
all you can say about the
So when you
French.
were on your motorbike, tooling through France,
touring, yes.
yeah, the tooling,
Why are you saying tooling?
because
What's that with?
it's
with
a
you
southern
today?
term. Ask Matthew. Tooling is something that's said around these parts.
Matthew, you're a man of the people.
Yes. I don't think Matthew's ever
That's your
said
crowd,
tooling
right?
around, but
I've
his,
never said tooling
his
around, but I'm
family
aware
might.
of it.
His
I've
family
heard it
might have.
before.
This
and-
is the
yeah.
first time I've heard of it, and I've lived here like all my
Wow,
life.
man, I've heard it ever since we moved here.
Go on, stop tooling and tell me your tool.
Well, all right. So my next question
Did
is,
they not reveal that?
all right, my next question is, what's wrong with France, Odie?
We see. So there's a lot of things about France. First of all, they're French. And second of all of the English derive from France. So that explains even more. And we're just going to leave it there.
Okay.
But that explains so much.
It does.
It really
Viper,
does.
Viper Dave says, does U2 have to open for all concerts played in Ireland?
U2 just about play in Ireland. They play they play maybe 5 concerts every 5 or 6 years. And that's it.
Okay, I'm curious about something. I was thinking about this today whilst watching the Olympics, because I do not support what happened at the opening ceremonies. But as Odie said, it's France.
It's France.
But I want to support our athletes, and I would like to see us beat everybody. So, but I am curious:
Yes.
is the is the same pride and country for Ireland that there is in the USA when it comes to the Olympics.
100%.
So are you
100%.
watching things that you would never normally watch because your country's doing it?
Yeah, I would. I don't normally watch athletics, and I don't normally watch swimming. And
What you know normally watch what?
Swimming?
No, before that, the A word.
We're not allowed to say the A word.
No, you just said an A word.
Yeah.
Yes, what A word did you
what
just
word
say?
did you just say? Because I missed part of it.
Yeah, track and field.
Okay.
He
all right.
said athletics, but he kind of slurred the speech.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
This
All right, the
I mean,
percentage just
this-
went down. I
this-
just want you to know that.
This Gatorade is really tasting like whiskey.
Is it?
What is what?
Wow. You know, if that was really whiskey, I'd have to take you off the air right now. Anyway, yeah.
Ooh. Can I throw them out?
Sure.
No.
Why not?
Just for old time's
Yes,
sake.
you can be physical.
Go on.
Yes.
As long
Let's
as
get
Matthew
physical.
gets a kick in also, because I mean, you want to join in.
Go on. What else have you got for me?
Sorry, I completely lost it. Text line 71307 if you have a question for Odie. I had another question, and that whole thing just threw me completely off.
True, yeah.
No, it definitely
true, yeah.
threw me. Okay,
No,
so what are the
What happened in France, Viper Dave? The French.
The French.
yes? So what are the
Cheese eating surrender monkeys.
wow?
Oh,
That was
dear
very
God.
specific. What are the athletics that you love to partake in watching for Ireland? What are the standout sports for Ireland in the Olympics?
Well, the big one now at the moment is the relay. It's the 4x100 relay.
Are we talking swimming or are we talking running?
Track and field. Yeah,
Okay.
running. And there's a really, really strong chance that we're going to get medals on that. So, but the funny thing is that it's a lot of people that don't originally come from Ireland.
So they have
We're-
some
we're-
Irish blood in them, and they're running. Yeah.
No, they're now Irish citizens.
Oh, okay.
They've
All right,
they've
all
come
right.
from
All right.
they've come from different countries and they're now Irish citizens. There's why are we looking at
I
that?
don't know.
We
I
know
just,
is
I just
that?
like pointing out because anytime you look at something, you're like, "What is that?"
That's the French.
We should
again.
just change the channel on that.
I
But here's the
can't.
thing. Here's
The
thing.
batteries are ran down in the remote.
I'll turn off the TV in a second.
Okay.
Somebody asked Chris on the stream, asked, "Does he know about fairy forts?" Yes, I do.
Fairy what?
Forts.
Okay, fairy forts.
Yes, not fairy farts. Fairy
no,
farts
no,
are
no,
little.
no. I don't like that word.
Fairy forts are probably the scariest thing that you will ever go near. So it's a ring fort. It's not an Irish word. We don't get it very well. It's a circular. It's like, you know, when you've played Skyrim
Mm-hmm.
and you've got standing stones in a circle.
Yeah.
It's like that,
You mean like Stonehenge?
kind of, but not as elaborate.
Okay, all right.
Is Stonehenge a fairy fort?
No, but a fairy
That's
fort.
an alien landing site.
Yeah.
Duh.
The fairy fort.
Actually,
is-
I got bored one day.
The fairy fort is a kind of a place that nobody can really explain what happens inside of them, and nobody can really explain why what happens in them.
So it's like Las Vegas.
Yeah, but if you're a farmer and you have a fort on your land, you don't cut the grass in it, but the grass never grows. It doesn't grow beyond a certain height. It's one of those anomalies. It's kind of like
So-
Well, because the fairies have their own lawnmowers. So I mean,
So there's I remember hearing a story about a man who built his house between two forts, and a lot of crazy stuff started happening to his house. An older gentleman said to him at one stage, "Open your back door and open your front door and leave them open. Don't close them. Never close them." The house never got cold. It never got wet inside the door. The house was never robbed. He could leave the house for days, weeks, months, and the house would never be robbed. Nothing would be stolen out of the house as long as both doors were open, because the old guy reckoned that the fairies needed to be able to walk from one side to the other, and his house was causing obstruction. Now,
they couldn't walk around.
they're fairies. They shouldn't have to walk around.
Are they like ants?
A little bit. Have to go in a straight line. But I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to say anything bad about them because fairies are amazing.
I do have a question for Matthew, though. If you were to interview a fairy, what question would you ask them?
Just be respectful. They'll get you.
Is it true that I don't know.
Every time a bell rings.
Well,
fairy-
see, you scared him, man. He had a question,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Be nice, be nice, be
You
nice,"
have to be nice.
and you can't be nice when you're questioning a fairy.
I know you have to.
No, you can't.
You have to. You really have to because they're scary.
All right, people are just trying to mess with.
Scary fairy.
Don't go to the bathroom at the fairy fort. Okay.
No.
All right.
Don't even
One or two.
either.
Okay.
None.
What's the combination of? Is that a three? We're gonna take a break.
No. Three is when you upchuck.
It's a squelch.
No, it's not. Is there a number? It's just three. I don't know.
3 is vomit.
Okay.
It's botulism.
I do
apologize.
not believe that's true. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. Is there a number 3?
I'm being dead serious. I think it is. Vomit.
I've never really thought How are you going to Google it? I mean, I'm just wondering how would you actually are going to type in when you're Googling?
What is a number 3?
It's a magic number, according to Schoolhouse Rock.
Definitely not reading that off Urban Dictionary because that's not what I wanted.
I don't read that.
Trey has a question for you, Odie.
What is a number 3 toilet? What is a number 3 poop? What is a number 3 spiritual? Never mind. I don't know what that
No,
is.
because numbers have meanings as far as that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
3 would be Trinity, would be.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will show Matthew
No, I
what
don't
the
think so.
definition is. And you can judge by his reaction.
See, that's what I thought, Dave. That's exactly what I thought.
Please do not click on that.
Oh.
I told you not to click on that.
He immediately clicked on it.
Ah, okay.
I did not see the ON on the end of that.
Oh, that's
hat.
gonna suck.
I did not.
I thought that was
I
female
was
dog.
like, what?
What?
There was a sign.
Urban Dictionary
There was a hat
really
that said
matters.
"Make
Like,
make Bitcoin great again," and part of the hat was bent in after
Oh.
the BIT, and it's like, oh.
Chris, that's really visceral.
What's it, Chris? Do it.
Did the Colombians get the necktie idea from them?
Probably.
Wow.
Sorry, too much?
I mean, there are places this show has gone today which make me uncomfortable, even more so than usual.
It was nice and family friendly last week. I don't know what happened.
There was one night where I was out and having a couple of alcoholic beverages,
Mhm.
and I went home then, and I needed number 1, number 2, and possibly number 3 at the same time. All I can say is thank everything that there was a bathtub right in front of the laboratory.
Oh,
It all came out of me.
That's-
Everything.
wait a minute. In
That
the
is a
bathtub?
lot more information
Yeah, I mean-
I ever needed to hear, Odie.
Just a whole bunch of fluids
That
just
is-
expunged out of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
fluids
like,
and solids and
okay,
everything
All
was
right,
just like-
all right.
Alright.
Taco fries and
Was there a xenomorph?
I could
Yeah,
have
probably.
gone my entire
Yeah.
life.
There's a
without
chest
this
burster
conversation.
that comes out at the same
Yeah.
time.
I could have gone my entire life never hearing this conversation.
Yeah,
I'd
but
be
I'm
better
just
off.
so-
I'd be
You
so
would-
much better off.
You would be better off. That's true.
Ugh.
But you'll learn from this experience.
No, what,
I
that he
don't know
doesn't
what.
like the experience?
Exactly.
He already knew that before he became a part of it.
You know, it's like you and IHOP.
No, IHOP
Except-
has to be done once a year.
No, it
It's not-
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, but we're done for this year, so we're good.
We're not doing it next year.
Oh yeah, we
I
are.
want to go to IHOP next week.
yeah. Lonzo's not going to be here. It's just going to be.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
go
that's
ahead.
right.
You
Wanna
guys
go
go
to,
ahead.
2 weeks from now, you want to go to IHOP?
We already went this year. He's the one that doesn't want to go.
The
I can just have plain pancakes and I'm good. There's,
You always get sick there, though. That's what I'm saying.
there's a couple places I always get sick. Like the place we went today.
No, that was me.
Well, as far as you know.
Where'd y'all go?
I'm not saying on the stream.
No.
We went.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Quaker.
What-
You.
What?
Oh,
Dude.
okay.
I'm not going to disparage a place on the stream.
What? It was good, really good food there tonight.
Okay. All right. That wasn't. Were you not listening to the conversation?
No.
Okay.
No, he wasn't.
I was reading the text messages.
Odie, read the room.
No. Oh, look, radio.
Hey, what's that guy's name? What's his name? I wanted you to read his name.
I didn't read his name.
Okay. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Odie and Cameron and Matthew having a good time on a Saturday night. If you want to be a part of the show, like so many people are, text line is 71307. We haven't had anybody text Flaccid tonight. Please do that because Tara absolutely loves that. Also, we are live on stream where you can see us if you want to and go, how did Lonzo get so tanned? That's a good question. I've asked myself that all day.
In the sunshine.
Yes, that's how it happens. I'll be singing in the sunshine. YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. I keep wanting to say X, but we can't say that anymore because we don't have a premium account. And X changes where you got to have a premium account in order to be a part of the show. You know what?
Yeah.
I want to tell you about a wonderful place. It's a magical place. It's called Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive. You should check it out. Open 7 days a week. You can go get manga, depending on who you are. You can go get D&D merchandise, like some dice or some figurines or some books or whatever you need to get as far as that goes. They also have comic books, believe it or not, because it's a comic book store. They also have pop figures, and I just saw earlier, if you follow their Facebook or you follow whatever their social media is, they will tell you what they just got in. It's got in a bunch of statues and things like that. And they import directly from Japan usually, and they got some really cool stuff. So check that out. Like I said, 7 days a week, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive, Borderlands Comics and Games. When you go over there, say, hey, I heard about it on the Upstate Pulse, and they'll say, yeah, so do we, because they listen, and it's awesome. And say hi to Rob Young. Haven't seen him in a while. Going to get him on as soon as we can. I believe he's in San Diego because San Diego Comic-Con is going on right now. We're going to be talking about some of the stuff that dropped about that later on. There are things dropping right now, probably while we're on the air from San Diego Comic-Con. So really cool. Check out Borderlands Comics and Games. We are going to talk about Deadpool. And we've got about 5 minutes. Let's do it now because
is it naughty?
We have to do it.
Naughty.
We have to do it spoiler free. I would, first of all, if you saw the first two, go see this one. Absolutely. To me, it is the best one of the three.
I'm seriously thinking I'm going to go see it tonight after the show.
It's the best of the three. And also make sure, and I know I do this all the time, and I'm not doing a thing. You should stay for it has one post-credit scene at the end. You definitely have to.
Yes.
Camera can confirm.
Yes, you absolutely
have
need
to stay. And I'm just slightly spoilery. I'm gonna say it addresses.
Don't do it.
No, it addresses a plot point from the movie. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not like an ant playing the drums or something. I mean, that you waited around to see like after Ant-Man. No,
it's a good payoff.
It is. It's very good.
What
did you think of the movie, Cameron?
Okay.
Oh, I loved it. The story was good. It had a lot of heart to it, which it shouldn't be that surprising because the other two did too.
Did they?
Yeah, just ever so slightly.
Yeah, not like this one. This one is maybe it's because it's two main characters.
Well, you feel a little bit more for Wolverine than you do for Deadpool. I can just guess that.
Did you cry?
No, but
did you get a tad emotional?
No.
No.
There were some things that I went, man, I'm glad my wife isn't here because I wouldn't want to have to explain what that is.
I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine on there, I can understand that. That's a lot of sexual tension.
For sure. Yeah, it is.
It was.
Hold on, what?
Yes.
That's okay.
Oh, they addressed that quite a bit in the movie. So,
of course.
Yeah. So anyway, if you get a chance to go see it, and do not take your kids. You're a bad parent if you do. I know I shouldn't say that, but you are, because that's bad.
I second that. You're a terrible parent if you bring your children to go see this.
I mean, what if they're 17? I don't know. I think you at 17, I would have a hard time taking you to see that.
What about 18?
You were in your 20s when the first one came out.
What's the age rating on? I know.
Oh, it's R.
I know.
It's R for
It's
sure.
R.
It's Disney's first R-rated movie.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So what specifically is the age for an R-rated movie? Is it over 18s?
17.
It's 17. Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
Mhm.
It is a little weird.
Dave said
You
he's
imagine
taking
the
his
age-
daughter. She's 21. Hey, I don't know what relationship is, and I mean, because everyone's different as far as their parenting goes.
If they're an adult, then it's fine.
yeah,
I'm probably not going to bring Lachlan.
yeah, probably not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
He's 4.
Yeah, he's
We're thinking more like little kids, like
yeah. But no, if you bring like your 10-year-old,
yeah. Then you're a bad.
Yeah.
guy.
I may have a problem with that but anyway, just from the blood and gore thing. But
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
probably play video games that are more violent than that. But it's probably bloodier than the first two combined.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because Wolverine's in it.
yeah,
he
and
ke-
they let him loose.
Yeah,
Like even more loose than Logan.
this is the
was.
most Wolverine has ever been.
Like
boy.
there are arms and legs going everywhere.
All right.
Just
Don't
dude,
get too.
spoiler alert.
Yeah. You're going that.
I didn't
step-
say whose arms and
Yeah,
legs.
but you're going that step further. Let's not do that.
Just like, I mean, have a little respect for the Irish, you know?
Or for
I haven't
everyone
seen
that's
the
listening.
movie. You could have not said anything, and I still would have expected
Yeah.
him to chop off as many of
I didn't.
Deadpool's arms and legs as possible.
If you were
Yeah,
expecting that sort of thing, you will it will be paid off.
I
That's-
was
that's all I'm saying.
expecting unicorns and fluffy bunnies. That's
You know, there's probably those
probably
in that
is.
too. it is
I'd expect
Deadpool.
to see that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's what you expect. It's a good send off for 20th Century Fox because they no longer, and trust me, it's mentioned a bunch of times. Fourth wall is broken a ton. It is Deadpool,
I'd say
and
it's smashed.
it doesn't exist anymore.
You don't even know.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and also the cameos are great, and we can't talk about the cameos. I wish we could.
So if you want to go to see Deadpool with a guy off the radio, then drop me a text.
Te-
God.
Texter says,
We can have
Lonzo, there was a
mandates.
lot of heart in the prior Deadpool movies. I counted 10 in the first laying there. Yeah, probably.
True. So true.
Yeah.
There's a lot on that highway in the first one.
So I feel bad because we've only reviewed 2 movies this entire summer. That's good. And maybe the writer's strike had something to do with it. And
There hasn't really been a lot coming out
Yeah,
this summer in
there
general.
hasn't.
Too,
I had to ask Cameron, I was like, what's the last movie we saw? And it was Dune 2.
Yeah.
And that was like in March, I think.
I would say
Mine was Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters
Frozen.
did come out. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's
but
how bad.
that's a long time ago.
Did it?
Yeah, that's how bad it was. I mean,
That's how okay it
the
was.
first half was pretty good, and the second half of it,
It's
fell
kinda
flat.
meh.
Yeah. So, all right, when we come back in the next hour, we got an oops. We've got AI Takeover. We'll talk some video games. We'll talk some San Diego Comic-Con, and maybe some stuff that you guys bring up. Text line 71307, or check us out on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch at 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. Putting the screen up, I can't see the clock. I should have went like this, but then
Sorry.
I'm away from the mic. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I can move the screen, but I don't want to. So there.
Why aren't you taller?
I've asked myself that question many times. If I was just 6 inches taller, maybe I would have been in the NFL. Maybe,
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's because my mom's so short. Why is my mom so short? You could ask the same question, but you'll get smacked.
I don't think it would do much. It probably would, yeah.
I mean, sometimes your feelings getting hurt is a whole lot worse.
You know,
than getting
physical immunity is one
physically
thing.
hit.
Emotional immunity is another thing. 10d10 psychic damage.
All right, have oops ready. I think we may do that in the first segment. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have mine too.
Are you leaving?
I've got some stuff that I need to get done, so I got to head out. But I'm glad that I could come by for the first hour.
Man, he's big time in this. He just shows up.
I've picked up some part-time video editing work.
If I would have known you were leaving, I would have geared the show a little bit more towards you could have participated more. So,
Oh, okay.
so tell me next time. No, seriously.
I wasn't sure if I was going to, but the closer that it got to 8, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to get this video done by tonight if I don't leave early. So, because I wasn't originally planning on it, but I was like, I've got to make sure I get this done.
Fine, leave. Then I'm more. Then I show up more on the screen anyway. So.
Bye, everybody.
Say goodbye to the ginger. The ginger is leaving.
Now Ginger Matthew.
No.
Red Matthew.
Red Matthew is gone. Matthew the Red.
Matthew the Red. All shall fear Matthew the
As
Red.
rusty as all get out. Seriously, like.
Well, you do it once a week and you have it in a month. So, I mean,
You gonna be
basically, has it been a month? It might have been.
The 6th was the last time.
I was going to say, we also had the problem over there. And yeah, I mean,
It's been.
ginger spice. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's our show next week.
Yeah, I got to remember to mention that I'm not going to be here next week.
What's this hour show?
Pappy and Patty.
My show.
Pappy and Patty and you got to pee?
No, he doesn't. You don't ask that of somebody. Hey, man, you got to pee?
Betty and the Matthew.
Matthew, yeah. If you can come up with a better one, you got a week.
See ya.
Hey, man.
Maybe it's Pappy, Patty, and Pretty.
What's his name?
Mark Levin?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
He doesn't look very angry. No, that's probably not him. It's probably somebody else. Mark Levin looks really angry all the time, so it's probably not him.
The word scowl.
It's him. I was wrong.
Just had to listen to his voice.
Yeah. Listen,
Radio, man.
admittedly, not a big fan. So, I mean,
man.
yeah. What'd you do now? Or not do?
Oh, no, I did it.
Is he going to
Oh,
get
wow.
nuked?
Cool.
Come on. Let's go for a Newman.
No.
I haven't
We
did it.
we could noob Matthew for leaving.
I think we should. Should we move? Noob.
Because he didn't. Because he
Should
didn't
we
tell us.
move?
Let's move. Moo.
Oh.
Moo. Moo.
Moo, moo,
Moo.
moo,
Moo. Moo.
Moo. Moo. Moo.
Cameron
Moo,
and
moo,
Cameron
moo,
and I
moo.
we were quoting something.
Yeah, we were quoting something.
Yeah, we were. No, actually, no, we were. And you were right in there. It's almost like you were doing the same thing because it sure did sound like the same kind of movie.
It did.
We were quoting the secret cow level from Diablo.
Was it from a movie?
No,
No.
from a video game. You go through the secret cow level and there's like a bunch of cows that you have to fight,
Yes.
including Queen Heifer. Was it Queen Heifer?
Queen Heifer and King something.
Yeah.
King of the bovines.
I
They
can
weren't
go-
just cows, they were hell cows. They were hell bovines.
I can go to the Regal Hollywood. Where's that?
Right down here.
Oh, yeah, that's 9.
We've
9:30.
been by it when we go down there to eat all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yes, and that's why we didn't have a show, Trey.
Is it just me or is it really warm in here?
It's not as warm, but it's warm. Doggone hooligan! He's condemning the hooliganism. You know what's going on in this country? Daggum hooliganism everywhere. Hooliganism. That's hard to say unless you do it with a southern accent. That's perfectly
This is
fine.
my platform. I'm against hooliganism.
I will get rid of all the hooliganism going on down there in the southern parts of the state.
And all the daggum soliciting.
You want to? I don't know about that. Yeah, that may or may not be going on.
What?
That was very specific. Hooliganism can be anything.
True.
Solicitation is very specific.
Yeah. It's also not like something.
How long is the movie?
Anyway, 2 hours.
9, 10, 11.
Yes, Trey, we would have Matthew and Cameron and I were here getting ready to do the show, and
Maybe I'll do it.
yeah, so we couldn't. What are you gonna do? You go to a
I
restaurant?
don't know whether I'm going to turn the cool down a bit.
Yo, it's already turned. It won't do anything. They've been trying to regulate. Yeah. There's nothing we can really. Man, that corn's getting to me. Daggum corn. There's a lot of corn on that. Okay, there's a whole lot of corn.
Why?
I
Why
like
did
the
you
first
do
album.
that?
Because I was interested in when I don't know about you guys. When I go to a restaurant, I try something new. If it's intriguing, I want to see if it's any good or not.
Well,
And it was all right.
God, I did.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Odie and Cameron. Matthew bailed on us, and I do think he deserves to be nuked because he didn't tell me earlier that he had to that he had to leave. And when I write the show, I try to know the pieces that I have and try to put things around so everyone has a chance to participate.
Am I a nice piece?
A 10-piece. There we go.
I look real good today.
Thank you very much. All right. I think we stalled long enough for Odie to have it ready. There it is.
Yeah.
That's what we think about you leaving early, Matthew.
You see, you changed the color, and I'm looking at it going, where's the... Oh, yeah.
I didn't change the color.
Somebody changed the color.
I don't think anyone changed the color.
Maybe my brain changed
Yeah,
the color.
because
Maybe it's a Mandela. Maybe Nelson came in and changed the color.
could be. Justin was running the show last week. He doesn't know how to change the color.
He probably did.
And no, he doesn't know how because I've never taught him, and I don't think anyone else has. Do you know how to change the color?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't at first.
Nobody knows anything at first.
That's not true. Some of us was born intelligent. At least I'm not saying I'm one of those people, but I've heard tell of some of those people. By the way, if you want to be a part of the show, text line is 71307. Still ain't got a flaccid yet. Come on, flaccid us. Also, we are sounds like someone from back in a member of the Roman Senate.
Oh yes.
No.
I would like
Listen,
you.
do not invite Flaccidus.
It is I, Flaccidus. I have come from the Senate.
His toga is off white.
Has
For some
anyone else
reason, I
heard
don't
what
know
happened
why.
to Caesar?
Yes. Anyway, so
There comes a time when you need to.
He kind of picks up it like a skirt a little bit too. It's
friends,
just kinda-
Romans, Flaccidus.
Many
Yes.
times when I have been out drinking, unfortunately, Flaccidus arrives at my house and I cannot get rid of him.
Yes. All right.
Good
Texter
night, Mom. My
says,
wife has kicked me out.
dang, thought you were at the Rock, the country show in Anderson when you said Creed. I was like, that is not a rock show. Y'all still coolish though. Listen to y'all having a few drinks safely in the yard. We're good. Yeah.
We're
I mean,
not
stay
having any
safe when you're doing what you're doing. And we appreciate you listening. Yeah, I don't appreciate country the way you do. That's all I'll say.
It's not. The Rock the Country is not a country gig.
So it's a lie?
No. I mean, it is country, but it's
Okay.
It's rock country.
No, that's still country.
They had Kid Rock last night, and they've got Miranda Lambert tonight.
The only acceptable country is dark
Miranda,
country.
Miranda Lambert's like 57 years old.
She's pretty, though.
Okay. All right. So no, you were into older women. Okay.
Well, I'm not, but Miranda Lambert is not 57 years old.
She's at least 57.
Okay, here we go. Maranda. No, T-A. Lam.
Did he say Dia? I think he said Dia.
I also think he put like
All right. This hour we're going to be talking.
Miranda Lambert is younger than me, so therefore
What's she, 38?
she's 40.
Okay. All right. 40.
No, she's not older, and I'm not into the older women. So no.
I agree with Dave. Rock country, that should not be a thing. You know why? Because it's not a thing. It's either country or it's good music. That's what it is. I mean, that's just how it goes.
It's hard to write.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not hard to write.
Yes, it is.
it's easy like
I-
country music.
I think we pointed out how easy it is. Country music. I could write like 5 hits in the next 10 minutes.
Whatever happened
I
to
mean,
Rob's hat?
You know,
Go for it.
Rob's hat is on hiatus right now because Purvis saw another red truck.
Is he? Oh, he went back.
Yeah, listen,
Hold
it's,
on.
it's Matthew's. All right, here's where Matthew's really going. Matthew's going to bail Purvis out again.
Again?
Yes, that's why Matthew was angry when he left, because Purvis is all the time doing something to get himself put in jail. And
He
it's usually
keeps
red
breaking
truck.
out of that cellar.
He also he really likes trucks with Hemis. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a Hemi.
No, I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. That's why Purvis likes them.
Nothing wrong
It's
with
got a
Hemi.
little something in it.
It's
when
got,
it's got a Hemi.
It's got a lot of
You know, there's a
something.
commercial back in the day. Is that thing got a Hemi in it? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's where Purvis's first love of Hemis came along.
Revs my engine.
And yes, and here's the thing.
5.7.
Purvis, when he steals a red truck, he puts his long hair out the window and yells, "Way!" That's what he does.
Does his voice crack like
That's
that?
exact- Well, yeah, because the wind's blowing in there and it messes with the sound. It breaks up.
How
a
does
little
Gotcha,
bit.
gotcha.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
I'm confused.
What?
I'm dark.
About what?
Scared.
About what? About why?
Yeah.
That's
wrong with
typically
that?
how you live
Yeah.
your life.
Okay.
That's also how you could call for a pig if the pig got loose.
Hooey.
Yes.
I thought it was Suey.
Favorite thing that I ever when I first moved here,
Maybe if you're here.
when a guy walked back to our house and knocked on the door, and I believe I was talking to my cousin Keith, who was watching a little bit earlier,
Uh-huh.
and the guy said, "Have you seen my pig?"
I don't know
Which was proof to the people back in Ohio. I don't live there no more.
what she looked like. Is she
It was
pretty? Is she
actually
pretty?
my wife found the pig. It was on the road. It was I think it was probably like 100-pounder, one of those big things that looks like jelly on legs.
That's a big
walking.
hog.
Yeah, it's still a pig, isn't it?
Jelly on it.
When does a pig become a hog? Do
What?
they have pigs in Ireland?
Yeah, we eat them.
Okay, well, same here.
Yeah, but we don't have wild hog. We don't have wild pigs in Ireland. We just have
Well, you don't have boars.
no.
Aren't hogs hairy and pigs without hair?
Well, pigs have hair. You got to burn the hair off them as well. I
Wow,
have a
that's
serious
is that where
deja vu going on there.
barbecues?
That's visceral.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know.
Listen,
You ever shave your pig?
I don't have a pig.
I'm just asking.
There's no pig to shave.
I mean,
Yes, I
of
don't
all
have a
things
pig.
that I could have said, asking someone if they've ever shaved their pig is not the
So
worst.
is this a euphemism or something that I'm unaware of? I mean,
Listen,
you know,
if it is and pineapples, you can text us in on 71307.
Lonzo Odie is from Ireland. Bluegrass is Irish.
Well, it originated there, yes.
You guys have bluegrass in Ireland?
No, we've got green gas in Ireland, but when it came across
You got
the
green
o-
gas?
Yeah, so,
when
yeah,
it came across,
yeah.
stop being mean to me tonight.
You know what
I'm
happened?
Fragile.
You know what
okay?
happened? Placidus brought it there. That's what happened. That's the reason why.
I think I'll plant some of this here.
Yes.
What?
Why do you sound like the French dude from
I don't know.
from My Hero Academia?
I'm kind of curious as to what was in them cheese fries because, like, I've got this kind of weird, trippy feeling going on, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, those are the things you don't admit to while you're on the air.
Well, they
I'm
said
just-
they
I'm
truffle
just-
fried
I'm
it,
just
but
saying.
I think it was the wrong
Yeah.
truffles.
Yeah, truffle
I
means
haven't, like, I
it
haven't-
did take a while for us to get the food. There might have been some special treatment. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't been to Amsterdam in a long time.
I do not get that at all.
You haven't
I-
had an
I don't-
Amsterdam sandwich in a
I
while?
don't- what
It's like-
the heck are you talking about?
Devil's Shamrock.
You-
I've never been over there.
You live in America now. Why would you go to
Tell you
Amsterdam?
what.
The play oops.
Oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Nobody can take that much and still live.
That's cray cray.
Is everybody in this town on drugs? This is ridiculous.
All right, so there's a place in Florida called the Villages. Okay, and it's a retirement village.
Yeah, okay.
So and a lot of people go there, and I understand by being told that one of the modes of transportation is golf cart.
Oh man, you know that really grinds my gears.
Okay, all right. So
Okay.
it's in Florida, which means Florida and Ohio they don't have disclosure laws, so you don't have to get a FOIA to find things out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's freedom of anyway. It has
Freedom
to-
of information.
Yeah. That's what I was doing. So anyway,
Yeah.
So that's why we find a lot of stuff out about Florida man. So a Florida man is in custody for allegedly drunk driving on a golf cart and leading deputies on a chase in the Villages.
Okay.
Was he an elderly man?
Yeah, police say the man driving the cart shortly after 1 a.m. When they tried to stop him several times, deputies finally got out of the patrol car and pulled Esdell, which is the guy's name, out of the cart. I guess he did. I guess he's like Bono. He just
Yeah,
has one name,
well, that's one
Esdell, out of the cart as he was trying to pass them again. So he was drunk driving in his golf cart at the Villages and passed up the cops, and then passed them up again because he got by with it once. You're going to do
Yeah.
it one more time. The sheriff's office said that Esdell had glassy eyes and slightly slurred speech and smelled of alcohol. The thing is, though, I'm curious about the Villages. I always heard it was a happening place, and now we know. I mean, as someone who's getting up in age,
Yeah.
it sounds like a fun Saturday night. Not for me, but to watch the cops chase the guy because I'd be out there doing play-by-play while he was doing that. They have retirement homes in Ireland.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
They're really
Listen, you may say
horrible places.
you may say these are dumb questions, but of course they are.
No, I mean,
what'd you expect? Do you know what show you're listening to? What'd you expect?
No, they have they're not retirement villages. I think they're trying to bring them in where people that they don't need their big house anymore. Just say a husband and wife, and they've got 5 or 6 kids. Kids all flee the nest, and you've got the husband might pass away, or the wife might pass away, and they could be on their own. And that's a big house to have on their own. So now they're trying to get it where they build a community of houses like the villages or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, they're government run institutions, and people go into them when they're lonely and they get worse, and then they unfortunately die, and it's horrible. But that's the government run ones. But there is privately run community homes and nursing homes and retirement villages.
What are you doing, man? This is like bringing it down. All right, Texter says Lonzo Esdell was stuck in a roundabout. Now it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Get out of here.
Passed him up again. Hey, you're drunk in a golf cart at the villages, stuck on a roundabout. It's probably hard to figure out how to get out.
It's never ending circle of torment.
All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we got some AI takeover to get to, some video games, and some other fun stuff to get into. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
It's a donut of hate.
Cameron, sometimes you gotta let it go. When there's a riff going, you don't always hit the liner.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Sorry. Got a little rev there. I apologize.
That was a weird bed.
I like that bed.
Yeah.
It's a good going to break bed. That is interesting text. Very interesting. Would you like something?
No, it'll go. It's been a long time since I've been in the studio. Huh?
Are we doing it to you?
Suddenly, you're away from us and things feel better.
No, it's just I've been out of the studio for a while and just kind of getting back into the rhythm of it. That doesn't help having to look up at the screens because it's here. You can feel it.
I'm not going to give you a massage.
I don't want a massage.
I mean, you're looking at me.
I'll give you a massage.
Yeah,
I definitely don't want one of yours.
He's got really strong hands.
I do. Thousands of years.
Manly hands.
Oh, good. They're calloused.
They're a little sharp, so I apologize in advance.
Yeah, you work it in.
Seriously, look at that. That's just getting huge. I need to do something about that.
I don't know why you had to yell. Okay.
Odie proclaimed in a thunderous boo. I must do something about this.
Odie stood up and proclaimed.
He proclaimed to the masses.
I didn't go to mass. It's been a long time.
What was that Roman name I said earlier?
Placidus.
Why did I forget already?
Don't worry, I'll keep it.
Placidus stood up and proclaimed,
I have to go pee. Well, all of you people at my house.
Do that. It might though. I felt a little bit of a breeze, but maybe just walking by.
What did we talk about tonight?
Help!
Come back with AI takeover.
Beacon's unique network of branches work together to give me what I need when I need it. And with the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips.
You know, I never liked Placidus.
Purchase high quality GAF with Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to 50%.
Neither, because when Placidus hangs around, I'm going to stop right there. Odie was paying attention.
I don't like to take blue pills because they get stuck in my throat and I get a stiff neck.
All right, putting the car in reverse and we're getting out of here. Beep, beep, beep.
Stop it, Dave.
I was listening.
What's so funny about that?
Maybe they should.
Romani, and Thomas. People call Romani going the ass.
Stop it.
Stop it.
What?
We can't do. No.
It's Monty Python.
Yeah, but still.
It's Latin. It just means Romans go home.
Does not.
No, it's not.
We heard the last part there. Yeah.
Romanus and Domus. Domicile is a house. Romani.
It's what you said afterwards. Is what
people call Romani go home or go in the ass. Oh, you thought I said the A word? I didn't.
Yes.
No. It was the English version of the ass.
What?
House. English people don't use the letter H.
Say house.
I did.
You did
People
not
call
say
Romani
house.
go in the
They
ass.
do say H because William Regal calls triple H triple H.
H. Yeah. But in an actual word, you don't say house, you say ass.
Stop it.
I'm not saying anything bad.
But it sounds like you are.
No, it doesn't. Tell me when this kicks in, man. I'm just going to turn you on.
The war against the machines.
Listen, I know it's a long intro.
Yeah, but it's been a long time since I've heard it, so
Yeah,
I
I
forgot
just-
that it was the.
I realize it's a long intro, but I don't care. I want it to be a long intro. All right, so AI Takeover. Usually we talk about, I know this is going to be hard to believe, but like text line 71307, or we're on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch at 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. I know it's going to be hard to believe, but story in AI Takeover today is about AI. I know.
What?
Is
I
it
know.
about seagulls with their legs?
I need a translation.
What happened to you in Alabama?
I
I don't know. It's a man. That's
Is it
weird.
because we haven't seen you in half a
Yeah,
month,
I
or
don't
is it
know.
were you always this way and we never noticed?
Listen, some strange stuff happened in Alabama, okay?
Okay, so
Moving swiftly on.
SAG-AFTRA's president Fran Drescher said in a statement Thursday, enough is enough. Video game actors, voice actors, and Foley actors are on strike.
Oh,
So because of AI. So the same thing happened last year for the Screen Actors Guild is going
Yeah.
on right now with video games. And here's the thing, you know, I get it with actors. Video games have been using AI a lot longer. And I understand. I mean, if you're a voice actor, you don't want them using your voice without your permission, and you don't want jobs taken away from you because AI is doing it.
Yeah.
And it's getting better and better all the time. The AI is, to the point where a lot of people are not going to have jobs anymore. So you can get why they're not allowed to do anything as far as voice acting goes. And I don't know if this is going to it probably will put a damper on some things that were some projects that were in the middle of doing voiceover for video games.
but you know, like the NPCs in video games, like you've got in Skyrim, you've got I used to be an adventurer once, and then I took an arrow to the knee. Is that using AI?
No, because
No,
that
that's
game was
smart.
out before AI.
So the idea with this is an AI would be able to replicate their voice, and then they wouldn't need the voice actor anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but so
And
if someone said to me that they were going to replicate my voice, but they were going to give me a house ton of money to do it, to use my voice.
Well, in that case, you would just do it once, and then they keep that forever, and then be able to use that in different sort of projects and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm sure if they're going to do that, they're going to keep it in just one project. Like for argument's sake, the GTA 6. So I'm saying that they're probably going to use voice actors for that, which Trevor was in GTA 5 and all the other stuff. So does that mean that if they're going to use your voice for GTA 6, that they can only use it in GTA 6? Could you have that in a contract? And when you now have my voice,
Yeah,
and-
it's the same thing that was with the television actors and the Screen Actors Guild, because they would pay you a certain amount and then would continue to use your voice later on, and so you're not getting paid for work that you didn't do, but it still sounds like you.
Yeah, but if your initial payment is substantial enough, are you not going to be? I mean, just for argument's sake, say you made just say you made $100 for every game that you do, and Bethesda come along and say, "Well, we're going to give you $2,000, and we're going to use your voice in 20 games."
All right, Trey has a great question. Would you want an AI voice of Kevin Conroy for future Batman games? No, I would not. I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but I know Kevin Conroy's dead. Unless he signed a contract for his family to make money after he left, which is what James Earl Jones did.
Which I don't think is a bad idea.
It's not. See, but I think it's up to each individual actor to do that. And
no, but then again, actually, yes, because there is some actors that are aging out. Like, I mean, James Earl Jones, yes. And you're kind of looking at him going, all right, buddy, you've done enough at this stage. You can bow out respectfully, just go and do something else.
If that's the case, then they're just setting up stuff for their family. But for some of the lesser known guys, for some of the up and comers and stuff, they're going to get
it's just not fair. Yeah. Okay.
And basically, it's just like they'll get paid like a certain lump sum, and then they won't really be able to get work anymore
for that project.
True, but that
there's always.
But see, you don't. Once they have that voice, let's say it's a voice of an anime actor. I'm just going to go with Dragon Ball Z. Let's say the voice of Goku, which is Sean Schwemmel. Let's say he signs off on it and says, okay. Then they make another game. Then they make another game, and they keep using his voice work from that supplemented with AI, and he never makes another dime. He got paid for that one game, but they're going to continue to use it on other games and never hire him again.
So therefore, with that said, it seems to me that if you're going to do that to your voice, then you need to get a rock solid contract that they can only use it for a specific game or a TV show or a movie, that you can only use it for that game. And the next time you want to use my voice, you got to voice track me. You got to get me back in. Like, as I said, GTA 6, if there's a GTA 7 and you're an NPC in that they have to say, well, we want to use your voice again. No problem. Write me a new contract and pay me another lump sum for this one.
See, here's the problem. That's what they're not doing. They're just going ahead and doing it without telling them.
Yeah.
And this is happening that was the whole reason why the Screen Actors Guild went on strike.
I can definitely see that happening. A few years ago back in Ireland, I applied for a position. It was, Aldi, the store, and it was a voice commercial for them. And they said, oh, look, yeah, thanks, we're not going to use it. And it wasn't Aldi. It wasn't Aldi that said this. It was the production company that were making the advertisement. And I said, yeah, look, thanks, we're not going to use your voice. I said, oh, yeah, fair enough. And maybe 2 weeks later, I was driving in my car and I was like, that's my voice. Now, I know I'm in the right position. I work in radio. I know what my voice sounds like, because a lot of people don't know what their own voice sounds like. And I rang the production company and I said, hey, you used my voice. No, we didn't. I said, okay, I'll send you the email with the recording of my voice. Oh, so yes, I can understand where you're coming from, that some production companies do stuff like that.
Yeah, and you take issue with that because...
And I did. I took issue when I got paid.
Exactly.
That's only because I stood up for myself. So is it a thing that the screen actors, they need to get rock solid contracts put in place? They need to get more legal behind them and say, well, yes, you can use my voice in this production. You cannot use my voice in the next production or in the next production.
I think that's very spot on of what they need to do.
Yes.
Well, and you are an actor, director, all those things. You have IMDb credits. You've been in a ton of stuff. So, I mean, your opinion on this, I'm not necessarily on the inside, but you've done this sort of thing. So you're saying that's what you would do.
If someone came to me and asked to use my voice. Now I've done yes, as you said, I do voice acting work. And I make sure in the contract, I make sure to read my contract 100% fully the whole way down. And if it says that we have the right to use your voice in future productions without reward, then that's a big no.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag straight away. And I have said it to companies. I've said, look, where it says here that you have the rights to my voice for future productions, that ain't happening. And I think it is a thing that actors and voice actors and physical actors, they need to start doing that, because I mean, there's the computer aided design now, and
See, that's the thing. This is all new territory, and
is
and
all new
when
territory,
when there's new
yes.
territory, there's going to be fights, and there needs to be,
Yes.
so the rules can be defined, because there aren't any rules right now.
No,
and
there
that's
isn't.
how you get them.
But I don't think they should strike. I think they should just get into the legal side of it and make sure that they've got a good team.
Well,
behind
they
them.
are in a union, and the union has said they're striking, and they're also going to do picket lines and everything.
Mm.
So, I mean, that's one of the things that a union does.
It is one of the things a union does, but sometimes, and I've seen this as well because I used to work for a closed shop. In industry, you could have a union controlled workshop, and I've worked for a controlled shop, which means that only people in the union can work within.
Right.
In a thing.
I've been in a couple unions
Yeah.
too, so I definitely know what that's like.
And there was one instance where the union.
I was a daggum teamster.
Oh,
Go
you were a
ahead.
teamster. There was one instance where the union managed to get the company shut down, and 200 people were now automatically unemployed because 2 people in the union wanted to stand their ground. The company I was working for wanted to give us a raise. It wasn't a massive raise that they wanted to give us, like 3% or something, and the union wanted 6%. No, we're striking. And next thing you know, everybody's unemployed. And that was at the time, that was 2008. That was when the recession kicked
Well,
in.
that's definitely a risk of striking in
It is.
anything. I mean, think of the air traffic controllers back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like,
And the 90s.
I was in part of one strike, and I forget the name of the union, but it was for food workers. I worked at a grocery store in Ohio.
Yeah.
But we had to be a part of the union.
Yes.
And went to rallies, didn't want to, but went because we were required to by the union, where I worked for Kroger's, and Kroger's mascot was a penguin. So they had penguins on nooses, swinging them around and everything.
Terrible.
And I had a guy telling me, hey, me and you are the biggest guys here. Any scabs come through, we're going to make them wish they were dead. And it's just like, what? You know, I'm part-time, dude. I barely make any money at all. Why am I going to do that? But I was scared of the guy.
Yeah.
And I'm scared to death and luckily they settled before we had to go to the picket line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were throwing stink bombs on the stage for the guy who was over the company and stuff. It was near violent. I don't think voice actors would get that violent.
No, I don't think
they
so.
probably would say a bunch of
Bad
different
words.
things. And
No, they probably wouldn't say anything. It'd probably be a silent protest.
because if they use their voice, it might be taken. And
somebody could take their voice.
you don't want to do that.
See how that works.
Some guy out in the crowd just has a little voice recording.
See, and there's another thing.
Probably.
And so what do you think about modders who take someone's voice and make a mod out of it using AI?
They're not making any money out of it, though.
Yeah, but people are playing it. And if you're playing a game, even though the game's already established, and you're using someone else's voice without their permission by using AI,
That's the same thing. That's you're taking somebody's image.
it's technically their intellectual property because
it's the same.
They are their intellectual property.
Well, they also borrow stuff from other games and stuff. They don't own the rights to any of that stuff.
And that's where I'm saying that they need to start getting, and I hate to say it because we all know I don't like lawyers, but they're going to have to start getting.
Actually, I didn't know he did.
That was the first time I heard
I've never heard
I
that
don't
before.
like
Okay, all right.
Also, when you said you're a director, do you have poofy pants and boots?
Yes, I do.
Like the guy from The French Mistake?
Yeah,
and
he's
Blazing
wondering
Saddles?
if you're going to be like Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a beret?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. All right, you're listening. We're hitting the Nerd Roundtable next. You're listening to Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Now I'm picturing him like that.
Stick out your tush.
Why you do it? Now I'm picturing. He can do it. I know he can do it.
You're doing the different.
What, you got 2 left feet?
No, I can dance.
Like Kenneth Branagh? I think it was Kenneth Branagh. Right.
I'm actually, would you believe, what is called the quadruple threat?
Wow.
Threat?
Yeah.
Singing, dancing.
Singing, dancing, acting, and comedy, stand-up comedy.
Okay, I've never heard of the quadruple.
You're like an
We
entertainment
have to take your
bundle.
word for it because, I mean, we've never seen you dance. So,
Hey, you can dance if you want to.
But you must leave your friends behind.
but here's the thing: dancing leads to fornication. So, no.
As
coming back with Lanzo.
I said roundtable.
Roundtable.
that's a hard take, by the way.
What? No, it's not. A lot of people have had that take. You got time. That's why they call it the horizontal mamba.
Holiday Road.
You can't sing any song now. It's just all bad. Because I just imagine there's a connotation to everything you do.
Yes, there is.
Oh, let's be honest. I mean, if there's an errant thought that goes through your head now, you hear it in his voice, because I do.
No, I heard it. I hear him.
If I have a thought that I shouldn't be having, it's in Odie's voice. If I'm correcting myself, Chris is doing it. Okay, so I mean, I got voices in my head.
They come. They talk to you. They understand.
I got
They talk to me.
the naughty voices in my head, and they come true like Odie voice, and it's funny.
I don't think you have any naughty voices, because I don't think you believe it's
dirty.
naughty.
You
So
believe
it's
that
just
you're
your voice.
family friendly. You would think this
Do
is
you believe you're
G-rated.
family friendly?
When I want to talk dirty,
Oh,
I don't like that.
No,
I
no,
can
no.
Don't do that
talk
to the audience.
very dirty. Oh yeah.
Stop.
I am so glad that no, why do I have the text line up? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I have to do it.
All right,
Still doing it.
What?
Matthew does that voice better.
I'm not doing his voice.
Yeah, Matthew is.
I've been doing that
does do
voice
that.
for a long
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
We used to have a guy that called into the. We used to have a guy that called into the show.
Hey, Odie and Ferg, what are you doing?
Am I the only one every time you hear a robot voice on a video game now thinks it's Matthew?
So does my wife.
Because he does it so well.
He does.
Yeah,
He
there's
does.
Starfield has a robot in it, and I think it's him every single time. His cadence is he's so good at that.
It's a daggum
But
another
good enough to
drone.
stay for the second hour, but
He's too much of a star now.
Trey, it's only
you know
dirty
what?
if you want it to be.
It's kind of diva, isn't it? It's definitely
bit.
it's kind of diva what he's doing.
What? The guy does a good hair flip. Why is it surprising you?
That's true.
The
Didn't
hair,
think about
the hair
that.
flick is on
Can't,
point.
can't nobody hair flip like him.
No,
I definitely can't.
Yeah.
I could try.
See,
but it
I
looks
know
like
what
I'll
you're doing
thrash it.
here. See, if you shave it, no one's going to want to do the thing. But if you leave the fuzz, everyone just kind of wants to do the thing.
I kind of want to noogie him personally.
Yeah, me too. As soon as I saw it, I wanted to do that,
Don't do
and
that.
it just
I've had a headache
yeah.
tonight, so don't do that.
He already
After the
was.
show?
He was already uncomfortable at the restaurant. We
You
don't want.
wanna-
Oh yeah.
You want to rub my fuzz?
Don't tempt me.
Oh, you want to rub?
That one even got me. That was nasty.
Yeah.
No. He's definitely more than Ron Weasley. He is. We're talking about Matthew again.
Oh yeah.
Allow me to elaborate as the guys from your high school debate team ready to lay the smackdown.
The one that estimates the odds of making contact with extraterrestrials by calculating the product of increasing restricted series fractional values, such as those stars of planets, and those planets likely to develop life, and equals R times F.
All right, so part of the intro is from Weird Science saying, "Why are you messing with the fantasy?" My fantasy and other people's fantasies are different. He just automatically perked up. He's like, "Ooh, where are we going here?"
I'm not going anywhere.
Here's my fantasy is that I will go to Columbia next weekend and I will bring 4 trophies home.
Okay.
And
Yes, you will.
that is my fantasy. So I'm not going to be here next week. You know what's not my fantasy?
Go ahead.
That Odie and Cameron and Matthew will be here without me. That's not my fantasy, but it's theirs.
It'll be
So,
okay. Don't worry about it.
I worry about it every time I'm not here.
No. If I'm trusted to
Obviously, you're trusted or you wouldn't be doing it.
no, but see, yeah. Well, I mean, like, so I fill in for
It is-
Bill.
I'm going to say it is my call.
Yeah.
And obviously I trust you,
Yeah.
but not implicitly. I mean,
Okay.
there's I know I'm using words that I supposedly can't use,
Big
but
word.
there is a percentage of me that is concerned and will be the entire time that I'm in there.
I've got a dump button. If I say one of the bad words, I can just dump.
Okay.
Don't
and then-
worry.
and then not talk for a
Oh
few
no,
minutes.
no. I'm worried about him. See. I'm not worried about
You see,
you.
watch. Cameron, just start talking there for a second.
Hey, how you doing?
See, I can do that.
Yeah, but you won't because you'll be involved in it.
Daggum, raggedy
And it will
varmint.
get and see.
You stinking.
Here's the thing.
Damn it.
Here's the thing. His mom's not going with me this time. She normally goes with me, so she's gonna be at home.
Lisa,
And-
do you want to come in?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Well, she's gonna be listening, and she's gonna be listening
think-
to him.
I think she should come in and sit here and do the mammy thing, like with the arms folded and looking and going, would you say that in front of your mother?
By the way, it won't stop him. That's the thing.
Oh,
It will not stop him.
I think Lisa would. I think she'd
I've-
put the manners on him.
Look. How it will actually go is me and you will actually mind ourselves a little bit more since we don't have our walls to bounce off of.
All right, so
What?
we haven't had the chance to talk about this because we've been on again, off again because of circumstances as far as the show goes.
Much
But
like most of my
but
relationships.
coming up this Saturday, it is the South Carolina Broadcasters Association
Star Awards.
Star Awards, and I am up for a couple. So as far as WORD is concerned, Charlie James is up for one. Tara is up for a couple, and Bill Frady is up for
His first one, isn't it?
his first one. Yes, and I had the honor to put that together.
Yeah.
And I was when he first filled in, and people were like, "Well, why are you doing it?" First of all, I'm the executive producer, which means I'm a producer for every show. Trust me, if someone messes up, it's my fault. But also, I was Bill's first producer when he filled in, and so I wanted to be the person to put together a submission, and so I did, and so he got nominated, and I can't wait because there is nothing like the feeling of sitting in there. It's like the Grammys, it's like the Oscars, it's like anything that you can think of award show wise. You're sitting in there, and there's nervousness. If you're invited there, you're coming away with something. You're either first place or second place.
Okay.
So you don't go there and not get anything.
Okay.
So we are coming home
With silverware.
with for sure.
Yeah.
It's actually crystal. But anyway, so we're coming home with that.
Why are you stealing forks?
I will get a nice
I don't know, but
I will get a nice participation certificate. But
see
you
still
know,
working at that
that's
bar?
fine. Everybody else gets the trophy. I get a
You know,
participation
one
certificate.
nickname I don't think anyone's bestowed upon you, but you kind of deserve for doing some of this is Kingmaker to a degree.
I don't know about all that, but maybe. So
I find it
Just-
fitting.
Just a little bit of
no, but he's right. He's right. So
With as much as I go anti, you can't accuse me.
So
of
here's the thing. So I already told you what Bill's up for, and he's going to win something. I've talked to him about what the experience is, how you go. So there's a microphone on the stage. You got people up there emceeing it. They will say, and now for talk show of the year, and then they will play a little snippet out of the two people out of each show that is up for the award, and then they will say, and the award of merit goes to, which is the second place trophy. And when they say, and the award of merit goes to, here's what I'm doing. If you're on the stream, you're seeing this. I'm sitting on my hands because I am a nervous wreck, because I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm very competitive and I want to win. And
really,
and when you hear, and the merit award goes to, and then you hear your name, you're disappointed. And you shouldn't be, because you're there,
Yeah.
and but you're disappointed because you want to win the big one.
Yeah.
And it's usually like underneath the I mean, show when the radio station of the year, which WRD has won a couple years. That first one though, underneath the table, LexCorp punched me like because he's very competitive too, and he wants to win. So this year's theme is garden party, and I'm going to wear an ascot for the very first time, also
Okay.
known as a cravat.
NASCAR.
I'm going to be rocking the cravat. I have no idea how to tie it yet. I'm going to have to watch some YouTube videos, and I'm trying to think: do I want to tie it like the most interesting man in the world, or do I want to make it straight up? Hello, I'm trying to think about the voice I need to use.
However, Christopher
Well,
Walken
What
did
you
it.
need to do
Yes,
is you need to walk
yes.
in and go, jolly good show.
Hello. Yes, I believe I deserve this here award, and I'm here on behalf of Robert Brown, who's not here. So Rob can't go, and he hasn't mentioned it. He's just stopped mentioning it on the show. So we are up for Sports Show of the Year and Morning Show of the Year. He's also up for Broadcaster of the Year. And I have told him, here's my philosophy. Here's my creed, my lot in life. If the other person doesn't show up, I'm taking the trophies home.
Yeah, they're yours.
And
that's the law.
And then I told him I wouldn't do that. Then he did a thing earlier this week.
Ooh.
And because of that thing, I am seriously pondering going back on that and keeping one or two of the trophies.
You know, typically I like to think I act as your conscience sometimes where I say, you know, maybe that's a little bit too much, but no, just
not do it.
Not do it.
I mean, you know, maybe next time,
right.
next time you think of a friend. That's all I'm saying. While I'm shining up the crystal at home.
When you see your empty mantle, you'll think.
Yeah. So anyway, next week it will be Cameron, it will be Odie, it will be Matthew, and whoever else they get to come in here and doing the show without me. And
Stripers.
What?
Stripers.
No.
What? Stripers like the
fish.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
It would stink up the entire
I
place.
was thinking of the band Striper and To Hell with the Devil, which is like one of their biggest hits. Yeah. Anyway, you never listened to Striper before?
Yeah, I've listened to Striper because of you.
Yeah. Okay.
You see, now you've gone and said whoever else you managed to get in here.
Well,
and I'm just a little bit kind of like, oh, the gauntlet has been
no.
thrown down.
No. Permission for guests has to go through other people.
Yeah, I know that, but
you have to take that up with management.
Yes. Oh, hi,
Lonzo.
Yes.
Can I bring in like green people if I paint them?
What's
green?
her name?
Crystal.
Okay.
Crystal
Is she like the representative of the Star Award, and she's going to be in my no, you can't do that.
It's a hard veto.
Texter says, if you're not first, you are last. That's absolutely the truth. There can only be one winner. Everybody else are losers.
There
and
can be only one.
And
second place is first loser. That's what you always said.
I
Dad.
do. And because of that, if we get any second places, I'm taking them home because Rob Brown would not want to be first loser.
He would not want to sully his mantelpiece.
He would not. And
sullying your mantelpiece.
And all right, we're gonna take a break. He should have thought of his friend. That's all I'm saying. that's all I'm saying. I just I'm gonna conveniently forget things at home. Maybe. I hope he's watching right now.
We're getting older.
I hope he is watching right. Yeah, I forget things all the time. You listen to I forget. Oh yeah, we gotta go to break. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolina. By the way, not something I just thought of.
No.
I've been thinking of that since.
It's been simmering.
Yes.
No, I'm not bringing strippers in. Don't worry.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if he did.
Yeah,
that.
if you were on the planet, that would be perfectly acceptable. On WRD, not so much. I do recall them having strippers on shows.
Did they?
Back in the day. Yeah. I mean, not necessarily in person. You should talk to Diesel about it sometime.
Hey, Diesel, are you listening? Are you watching?
No, he wouldn't be.
Odie,
Yeah.
I would contact management if that was the case.
What? Hey, Daddy's
No,
got
you wouldn't. It would
strippers.
draw attention to yourself, and you would not do that.
You're like, Daddy's got strippers in.
Well, no, it's just like, hey, he has some.
So
things in the
hopefully I'm going to be able to call into the show on my way home since they changed the time and it's actually over at 7. But we'll be in Columbia, which is an hour away from my house, and it's like 2 hours away from here. So there'll be no way I make it back in time. But I will try to call in, and what I'll do is I will text Cameron and tell him that that we're done and we're on the road. And if we indeed do that, my daughter's going with me, so
Just text me.
I'll text him because you'll be talking, and then he can tell you.
Yeah, I'll have some hands free.
Yeah,
that's why he's doing.
It's not like I don't want to text you. I'm texting him because you're
or
going to
I
be
just leave
busy.
them open, and when your name comes up on the screen, I'm like, oh, there's Lonzo.
You could do that. That's not usually show policy, but I'm not here, so you do whatever you want to do. Not really. I mean, remember the format, remember the sponsor, remember what it needs to be centric.
Phone lines are now open. I'm just saying they're open. Not going to do anything about it. Just saying.
That's fine. I mean, if you want to call now, you're not going on the air. We don't have time.
What's the number?
It's lightning round time. I don't remember the number.
905-0989.
That's not it.
It is. It's 800-905-0989. 0989.
You are not certain.
Yes,
Man, that corn is tearing me up, dude. Oh my gosh. Why did you let me do that, Cameron?
Why do you always accuse me of this, of the bad
You
decisions
just
that you
said you
make?
were my conscience. You just said that.
I said that as a joke because you're usually mine.
Okay.
I am not the voice of reason.
I am the voice
What
of
was that name again that I said?
Placidus.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
Oh no, get out.
No. Don't Odie. Don't Odie me.
I've been holding the biscuit basin for way too long.
Oh dear God.
You know about the biscuit basin, right?
I don't want to talk about the biscuit
The
basin.
biscuit basin just exploded last week and burnt a bunch of people. It's a geyser, dude.
Oh, that's right. We had that whole discussion out in the middle of the rain.
Yeah, it's a biscuit basin.
I even made a joke about that.
Right, and I told you to stop because I knew where you were going.
No, I was literally just talking about actual biscuits.
So there was going to be pockets involved.
No.
Stop. Around the people that we were around. I don't know. I mean, you know.
You are terrified of certain pockets.
You and Fat Willie Nelson would have loved that. I mean, he'd have been.
That's a good one, brother.
He might have passed it on. And I left
you
out
just-
the part where that guy was doing that. The wind was blowing towards us, and then there was someone on my tail on the way home, and I thought it was a cop. And I told Cameron, I said, "Here's a problem.
Yeah, that was
Our
a problem.
clothes may smell a certain way, and it would.
They'll do a test and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but if it gets in your hair,
They just do a test and you'll be fine.
how much hair do I got?
A little bit.
lot of hair.
Here's the thing. We don't do that
Which I
stuff.
plan on getting a haircut.
We don't do that stuff, so we don't know what the heck's involved.
Plan on getting a haircut. Not short like Odie though, because I keep my hair long as a protest against stereotypes.
Odie has his professional cut and his directorial.
All the old people, my AARP crowd, who look at me a certain way when I walk in with my hair long. This is family tradition. And in honor of Russ Castle, who won.
Lightning can only strike twice so many times.
All right, W has spoken. That means it is lightning round time. Dude, what? I mean, that was. See, you should not fade when you don't have your headphones on.
Just top 10.
I just
That was a quiet storm.
Dude, it dropped out. What do you guys think? Text line 71307 stream. Should he be noobed for that mega dropout of the? I mean, because dude, you got a lot of experience. If you had your headphones on, you never would have done that. There's some panic in there. You knew what you did, and now you're trying to get away with it. But I haven't seen you in a while, and so I might just let it go. All right.
Let it go.
There's a story out there. Shocking new research finds the more wealth you have, the happier you get.
Yes. That's perfect. Listen, I just bought a new boat and I'm very happy. Bought it in the Palmetto Boat Center and they looked after me and it's brilliant.
All right. No free plugs.
Not a free plug.
That actually was a headline of a news story. Shocking.
Slow news day.
Shocking.
Slow news
money.
day.
If you got a lot of money, you're happier.
Look, money doesn't buy happiness,
Yes,
but it
it
buys
does.
things that make you happy.
Dude.
It buys boats.
It might buy happiness. I want to find out, don't you?
Well, it can buy it can buy you happiness, but it can't buy you joy.
Yes, you can. I named my boat Joy.
I got that joy down in my heart.
Yes,
I,
but
I can have
that's not
some
for money.
Yeah, I can have some money too.
John, no. Viper Dave,
All right.
no.
Everybody wants you noobed.
Don't
I gotta
care.
listen to the listeners.
Don't care.
I gotta listen to the listeners. So you're refusing the newbie
No, I'm not refusing it.
because it sounds like you're refusing
No,
the
see,
newbie.
here's what happened.
That's going
right?
against the rules of the show, Mister.
This is what happened. So
you made it through the. I mean, you
A
haven't
long
been here in a
time
while,
ago-
and you made it all the way through without getting noobed. But
in
I mean,
West Philadelphia, born and raised on the
you're
playground
not from there.
where I spent
That's a
most of my
Philadelphia
days.
accent.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it is, yeah.
you know, there are a lot of states and cities named after places in Europe. So Philadelphia.
Are you going to stop talking?
Oh, what a noob. Total noob. Classic noob.
There we go.
What?
Yeah, it's been in there
the
for a while.
Ever living.
You don't know who that is.
It's Marge being slightly aroused.
It wasn't just Marge. It was Lisa and Bart also.
Yeah, no, I got that. But the Marge bit just kind of made me go, does Lonzo know what this is?
Yeah, I know what it is. I put it in there. So you're
Put it in there.
you're into the Bride of Frankenstein. Good for you.
Yeah.
I think there should be a list of.
She looks like the bride. Marge looks like the Bride of Frankenstein.
But she's got
She has that
blue hair.
Speaking of the Bride of Frankenstein, Creature Commandos first trailer dropped for DC, which is going to be the first DC movie from your boy who just took over DC, and
James Gunn.
James Gunn. And the trailer looked pretty good. And yeah, the Bride of Frankenstein is a Creature Commando.
Yes,
because I'm good at
as is
segues.
Frankenstein.
As is Frankenstein.
It's actually
and some other. No, this looks like. Have you watched the trailer?
No, but it's actually Frankenstein.
Okay. Anyway, you probably it looks in the vein of Deadpool as far as the humor and
So
things.
are you saying to me that after the show I'm going to have to go and watch it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying that because I think you will absolutely enjoy it. All right, the boys, not us, but the boys.
I watched the last episode.
All right, so you're gonna love what they have announced. There's a new prequel coming out. You know what a prequel is?
Yeah, it's before.
Yeah, it's Soulja Boy back in the 1950s when he first became the first, and it's him and Stormfront when she was Liberty, and you're gonna see the first. Dude, you're wrong. The other
Soulja Boy. So listen, Soulja Boy.
All right.
Yes, okay.
So by the way, we
No, I'm not going
we
to.
don't know anything about that
No.
because we haven't got there yet.
I'm not going to, but I'm just going to say they could have picked someone better
Than Jensen Ackles.
than Soulja Boy.
That's
than that character.
That's heresy because Jensen Ackles is amazing.
I know,
in
yeah,
everything
no.
he
He's
does.
good. I've never said anything bad about Jensen.
All
I
right.
like the ensign.
So it's going to be talking about all the things that are going on
It's actually Jensen.
during that day, including McCarthy and all that kind of stuff. And Stormfront will be Liberty, and so it's the
That's
history of
fair
Vought.
enough. It's Jensen. Us Europeans know it's Jensen.
It's not Jensen because he's not from there.
He's Texan.
Rings of Power season 2. I don't care what you
No,
say,
no,
dude.
not even no.
Watch the
No.
newest trailer.
No.
Watch the newest
No, don't
trailer.
care.
Watch the new.
Fingers in my ears.
You are an elitist, and I showed the trailer to my wife earlier. She's really excited about it too. We loved the first season. The second season looks to be even more beautiful and amazing. And you should watch the trailer.
Okay,
because we're going to be talking about the show.
Okay, fine.
And you should watch the show just so you can be critical of it every week.
Well, maybe I will.
Okay, that's fine.
Maybe
or
I'll sit
maybe
in
you
my
may
tower.
find
Maybe I'll sit in my tower.
that you like it.
Maybe.
You might.
Well, you never know.
You might.
It's always fun to have a dissenting opinion.
All right. Again,
Listen, as a fella says, it's like looking for a seagull in a haystack. No.
I don't know that fella, but I'm guessing he's on a pub crawl right now. We are going to get ready to go away for a week. Will not be here next week, but Odie will be here. Cameron will be here. It's going to be the Odie Pappy Matthew show.
Happy Takeover!
But Matthew probably will only be here for an hour because he's a diva. That's what he does.
Oh no, we're locking the doors.
No, you can't. You can't lock the door.
We can't.
What are you going to barricade it?
No, we're going to tell him, please don't go.
What?
Okay.
Lock him in, not lock him out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah, no.
You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD. Make sure you have a great weekend, everybody. Flaccidus.
Yes.
I will smack you for breaking over the outro.
You guys keep asking for something. What if it's not that good?
You also queued me up for that.
What are we talking about?
Never
The
mind.
flaccidus.
Yeah, we're not
You
talking
didn't
about
have to
that. No,
answer.
they're talking about the fact that you guys will be here without me.
It's going to be amazing.
By the way, they've already done it before. Last year at this
Many
time.
times. We've
Yeah.
done 2 or 3
Yeah,
times
we've done
now.
it a couple times.
Yeah.
It's not that new.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, it's not like.
Last time we did,
I
we
mean, it
had
probably
Rock
was
Young.
groundbreaking, but I don't go back and listen to the shows that I've done, so I'm not going to go back and listen to the ones they've done unless I'm told go back and find out the part where they said the thing that's going to get them in trouble. So I mean, unless I get told that.
We need this section out. We need this section out.
And I've done that stuff, especially recently.
We
So
need you to blur
yeah.
this video.
Yeah. It was a bad thing. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Thanks, Dave and John and Mark. Hey, Dinner Bros wasn't here this week. Dinner Bros, where are you? Maybe he's out and about.
Oh, by the way, Nighttime with Odie is cancelled.
Oh, sorry.
No, it was bound to happen.
Okay, sorry it got canceled.
Yeah. Oh well.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Go on.
Because Debbie Downer over there. Just
No,
like
just,
it keeps
no.
going.
So a couple of people that watch this show
Yeah.
watched the Nighttime with Odie, and they were
Right.
asking what happened, and I told them,
Okay.
and just if there's anybody else. But don't worry, it's going to come back. It's going to come back.
It's like a
It's going to
zombie.
be bigger and naughtier.
It
Like a
never
Hydra.
really dies.
Like a very
You-
inappropriate
You
Hydra.
cut one head off. Or-
Hydra.
Hey, I lost my tan. I
Oh, look.
don't
You
know
become
what-
white.
I don't know what
Hold on,
happened.
hold on a second.
What?
So your tan disappeared after Matthew left.
Hmm.
Matthew of the red
Hmm.
hair.
Hmm.
He stole your tan.
That is very suspect.
Say goodbye, Odie.
Goodbye, Odie.
Say goodbye, Cameron.
Goodbye, Cameron.
Keep forgetting it's over there.
They're going to do an amazing job next week. I'm going to bring home some hardware. It's going to be awesome. Bye-bye.